Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another episode of Building KASHYYYK. This is the 15th week of recreating the Imperial base from Jedi Fallen Order. Now this week we're going to do a ton of planning in the first half of this video and then get a ton of work done on the mock. I'm actually super excited for this. I didn't really have a plan of what I was going to do this episode. I started off most of the first half of the episode, again like I said, expanding the mock, doubling the size of the mock, in fact adding 4 new base plates and sort of discussing what's going to go where with those base plates. And then after that I kind of just got building, and I really got into the groove of building this week, and I did a ton of work, including starting to work on the prison cells, which are going to go along the walkway inside of the base. So yeah, we're turning our attention to the inside of the base this episode, as well as doing a load of planning towards the start of this episode. So definitely stay tuned. It's going to be a really good episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely make sure to hit that like button if you do end up enjoying it, and of course subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We post these episodes every single Saturday, so definitely stay tuned for those. And with that being said, it is likely that I won't make a video next weekend, just purely because I'm going on holiday. I've produced a load of other videos for the week coming, but I won't be able to do any work on KASHYYYK, so I probably won't have an episode next Saturday, but I might do. I'll probably have like an hour or two to work on it, so if I can crack out a good episode, maybe we'll see one, but the likelihood is there won't be one. And there wasn't any live streams this week, so no live stream donos to shout out this week, but they will be returning very, very soon here in the next couple of weeks. Once I get back from holiday and get back into the groove of things, I'll definitely be doing more streams here on the channel, building KASHYYYK and building other sets like that. But without further ado, that's enough talking. Let's get into the planning. So I wanted to start this week off by turning on all the lights, getting everything put together, all the base plates, and showing you what we've done so far. So I'm actually really happy with this progress, but as you guys might know, this is actually less than half of the actual finished mock. So we're going to move a few things around in this episode, plan out what's going to go on the second half of the mock, and really start to talk about the changes I'm making to my original designs. But firstly, a few of you wanted to see the lights with sort of like the main lights in the room off, so you can actually see what the lights are like. So there we go. That's a good look at what it's going to look like with the lights on. I know there's not a ton of lights in here, and the room didn't get too dark. It was the middle of the day, so I couldn't get too dark, but basically we're going to start to work on the area just over to the left now. We're going to have to move everything just across, so this is going to look pretty good. So hit the time lapse of me moving everything all the way across, so I have to move everything out of the way. And then I realized if I lined everything up on the edge of the table, it was just too short, so sadly IKEA didn't design this table with Lego base plates in mind. But yeah, we now have 2 extra base plates on the left hand side of the mock. Now obviously there will be 4 base plates there in total. I just only had 2 to work with for a second, and then I cleared off a couple more, and you can see we have another 2 just here. So basically it's going to look really good. I'm going to start to quickly work out what I want to go here. I think it's kind of hard to describe what I want here. It's going to be one of those big sap vats basically. Basically this is what I'm going to be working on. So you can see here we have this sort of reference images from the game. You can basically appear on the higher levels and jump down onto the spinny platform in the middle, and then have it sort of different platforms on the sides and stuff like that. So I'm going to quickly just sort of plan out with you guys on this time lapse a very, very bad drawing of what I'm going to do in this area. So basically I want to have the sap vat in the center, have all these walls built up around the outside. On the actual area next to where we have the main bits of the mock already, I'm actually going to do another walkway up there, and then you can see a few different things hanging out around it, some grass and some other terrain areas around the sides. And I don't know how well I'm going to get that across to you guys because it was a terrible drawing, but basically this is the sort of thing I want to work on. But yeah, you can see on the area on the far right, the way I've sort of hashed it out, there's going to be a higher walkway which connects to the actual internal section of the base, which I've already worked on a little bit, and then there's also going to be a lower walkway I believe further down. So I might have to squidge this over a bit further left than where I've drawn it, and then start to work on the actual second base plate, of course, because we have to have a divide between the 2 base plates, and I think this would work pretty well. I'm thinking in this big empty space over on the left hand side to do some sort of room or something like that. I definitely think that could be something that I could do, and then have some more stuff over on the left hand side. So we'll have a lower walkway, an upper walkway, as well as the top one connecting to the actual bit of hallway we've created already, and also connecting to a lift or an elevator which will go all the way down to the bottom of that walkway as well. And then on the far side we're going to have a facade along the back wall with a platform coming out, as well as another platform up here on the top, and these represent pipes over here as well. And then we will in fact have a load of terrain all the way around the outside, and then the spinning platform in the center. When it comes to the far wall, we'll probably have this built up as in a sort of base wall as well. well. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but basically this is a rough plan for what we're going to do, and I'm really excited to get building. It's sort of good to get my head around what's going where, the proportions of everything, and then start to work on things. So I know this is a horrible design, but let's transform this into a bit of Lego and sort of plan out a few things on the actual base plates in physical form and have a look at what we can do. So the first idea I had was to put it right in the center of these 4 base plates and have the big circle going all the way around this spinning platform in the middle. Now I don't think I'm going to go with this. I think I'm actually going to scoot this way further to the left, but you can see these dark bluish grey pieces just mimic where these different walkways are going to go, and then all around the outside is going to actually be just like terrain and stuff. And then you can see these yellow bricks are mimicking where the edge of the walkways are going to go. So we'll have a lower walkway on this level, and then we'll have another walkway up on the top level right here, but just sort of coming out of where the actual entrance is just there, and then we'll have an elevator just in the corner. Okay, so that's enough planning. Let's show you a bit of progress. So you can see I've pretty much doubled the height of the rock work here, or nearly doubled it right here. I'm really happy with this. We've added a load of new techniques in, including some different snot techniques and just different rock work techniques in general. I think we started about here. This is about the level we were before it kind of went across here. So yeah, you can see we pretty much doubled it nearly. It's looking pretty good if I do say so myself. Obviously want to continue this pattern all the way up the rock work, and it'll go to the top of the base right here. And then I've also, you probably noticed, worked on a bit of the wall as well. So I want to basically raise this up a little bit so it's exactly the same as the one over there, and basically we'll mimic that top panel over there just so it blends really nicely in with the rest of the wall. And I think this is going to look really, really good if I do say so myself. Obviously it's a little bit wider than the ones on the other bits of wall, but I think it works pretty well and it looks really good once it's all going to be connected together and looking pretty seamless. Okay, so I thought it was also criminal that I've barely shown the main character of this series, or of the show, or of the game, sorry, on this series. So basically this is the cow Kestis I'm using, obviously from Firestar Toys. I have showed it very briefly, but I've actually adapted it now that I've got the BD1 fig, or the BD droid from the Starfighter that recently came out. Well, now I've added this little piece on the back just to kind of hold him, so he looks like he's sort of popping over the shoulder. I thought that looks kind of cool. Definitely let me know what you think of that, and I think hopefully by the time I finish this mock I will have the actual BD1 droid, so the red version, but I think this looks really, really good for now. And of course you can customize the droid in the game, so I thought that looked really good, and it kind of works well. It doesn't really matter what color he is, so it kind of works for this one. Now this is the alternate face print for Cal. I think this is a really, really good fig. I definitely would recommend this to anyone. It's a really beautiful minifig right there, and I can't wait to use it in more thumbnails for this series, because I think it's criminal how much I've actually been using this guy in the series so far. Okay, so the next bit of progress I made was clearly raising up this section right here. So I've added in 2 of these big 16 by 16 plates, and that's going to really fill up this area, and it's going to allow me to really start working on the prison section, which is going to go above, as well as the hallway, which will be next to it. So I'm really happy with this progress. I think it's going to look really, really good. And then I started to work on a prototype which is going to go in here on the prison cell. So you can see basically if I raise this in here, I think I'm going to change this a little bit. I think it's going to go further out. That middle sort of row of grill plates is going to be the center of the hallway, so I think it's going to need to be further out. Obviously I've got plenty of space, I can come all the way out. Basically I want to have room here to fit the prison cells, but I think I need to come a little bit further out just so I have enough room for the Wookiees, obviously. So this central section will be up against the edge, and then I'll have room to fit in the actual prison cells and stuff. So yeah, you can see this yellow line is basically as far out as I want to really come with it, so I can basically raise this out even further now, which will be really, really nice. And I think once I get working on some prototypes and some more next step with the prison cells and stuff, I think that'll be a lot better. But yeah, let me know what you think of this so far, but let's head back into some more progress and hit a time lapse. Okay, so you know it's been a productive session when your desk is looking like this. You've got a whole pot of coffee there. We've been through that. We've got Rich Boy J on the screen watching Starkiller again. And yeah, we've got a load of progress done. You can see absolute mess on the desk, but it's coming together nicely. And we've started to really work on the way the prison's going to look. Obviously, this will be the furthest 2 cells, obviously because we have to split the base plates in half. We'll probably get like another cell or 2 that way. But you can see we've done a load of stuff here. We have some nice little wall designs here. We have some sloping glass windows as well as some grills above that. The floor design is looking pretty decent. I think I'll go back in and change this snot up a little bit, add a bit more detail like I usually do with my snot floors. You can see we have these nice ingots up the walls. Sadly, the one piece I've run out of is actually headlight bricks, so you can see I've replaced that one with a light bluish grey one, and over here we've gone fully light bluish grey. And when I did that, I kind of thought, maybe I should actually just make all of these slopes light bluish grey here, so the individual pieces in between the doorways and stuff like that will be light bluish grey. Obviously this will be a doorway here, not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'll probably have some sort of plasma gate or something like that. You can actually see a nice little bit of wall pattern on the back there. I'll have some different chairs and some maybe desks or tables or beds or something inside of these prison cells, which will be pretty cool. I think we can have a couple of Wookiees per cell, and then there's another one right there, and we have these nice little sort of control panels just outside. I was kind of using a few different techniques. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do these. I wanted a 1x3 because then of course LEGO haven't really made a 1x1 cheese slope with a bit of patterning on it, so sadly I had to go with these sort of flat pieces right here, which actually look kind of good. It looks like maybe you'd be able to open up the cell using those little passcodes or something like that. But yeah, overall I'm actually pretty happy with this. I think it's going to be definitely coming together. I think next thing I'm going to do is actually tile off the insides of the cells with a bit of black. I think I'm going to go with black tiles for this, just purely because I've been using dark bluish grey and light bluish grey a lot, but I think it'd be nice to add in a bit of a mixture with some black on the floor there. And I think it'll be pretty fitting to the source material. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and hit a time lapse and do that right now. Okay, and there's a good look at the first couple of prison cells, or kind of 1.5 prison cells up on top of here. You can see basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these big plates underneath and just have it sitting flush. So when it's all finished, I'll have it all put in place and it'll actually just attach to everything. I want to extend it all the way out here as well, onto this purple one right here as well. And this is going to look really good once it's done. I think it's going to provide a really good look down all of the hallway, all the way to the end there. It's going to look really cool with the different prison cells and stuff like that. We're definitely going to have some cool scenes set up in this area, and I definitely think this is turning out pretty good. There's definitely a few things that need to be tweaked, added, or changed in the next episode, so definitely we'll be coming to those very, very soon. But let me know what you think of this in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback, and I was really happy with the thumbnail photo we managed to get set up here with Cal and the Scout Trooper right there. I think that looks really good with BD1 kind of peering over his shoulder right there. But yeah, that's all the progress we managed to get done this week. Okay, that's the end of the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We got a ton of progress. I'm really happy with what I managed to get done this week. I know I kind of say that a lot after a lot of clips. I'm really happy with what I just did. But yeah, I think that was a relatively productive episode, guys. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Of course, any feedback, as I say every single week, is so helpful. If you didn't like a thing, if you think I could do something better, if you think you have a better solution to a problem that I came across, definitely let me know in the comments, because honestly, there is only one way to grow as a builder, and that's really to try things out, get better, learn from mistakes and stuff like that. So definitely leave any comments you have in the comment section down below, and I'd always encourage that, whether it's Lego videos, whether it's like the way I make these videos, or whether it's the things I actually build. Let me know anything I'm doing wrong in the comments, because I really would love to hear it. So definitely leave some constructive feedback in the comment section down below. As always, check out the sponsors of these videos. Firestar Toys is the main sponsor. They have supplied a ton of printed arms and loads of other good stuff, including that Kestis minifig we showed earlier, and also some other really cool ones to use in this series. And I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's used my Firestar Toys discount code, because it really does help me and the channel as well, and supports the channel and helps to fund different things as well. So definitely thank you to you guys that have used my discount code FSSWBFigs for 10% off on Firestar Toys. Definitely go check out Firestar. They have some really good stuff. Honestly, every day that goes by, they put more cool stuff on there, or I find more cool stuff on there, and I want to do more orders. So I'm kind of addicted to Firestar. So thanks to everyone who's been using my discount code. But yeah, definitely let me know what you thought of this episode, guys. I definitely enjoyed making it, so definitely let me know what you thought. Let me know whether you like seeing a lot of time-lapse stuff, or whether you like me just sort of going away at building and coming back and updating you, because honestly, it's quite hard to sort of get as productive as you can when you're actually trying to film stuff and stopping every now and then. So you saw I kind of just sort of put everything aside and just built for like a couple of hours on those prison cells, and it definitely helps me personally, but I do enjoy making time lapses and stuff like that, so definitely let me know which style you like to see, or whether you like to see a mixture of both. I would love to hear that in the comments. I know I've kind of talked about a lot in this little outro right here, but definitely let me know what you thought of this episode, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and I will see you next time.